You are all set, thank you.
Thank you. Good evening. Welcome to the April zoning meeting for the Zoning Board of Appeals. My name is David Crow. Our regular chairman, Noah Eisenhandler, can't be here tonight, so I'm taking over for that. I was the guy who got the short straw. To my left is our regular member, Greg Natalino. To my right is our regular member, Pat Panza, along with Jack Demersion, our zoning enforcement officer. And we have Deborah Satanic, who is our recording officer, and Bonnie Syed, who is our court reporter.
Okay.
All right, we'll call you that. We also have two new alternate members tonight. It's my privilege to welcome Mr. Eric Orzel and Mr. Wayne Gareth? Gareth. Garrett. Welcome, welcome aboard, gentlemen. So tonight, we're going to have you guys jump right in the pool with us and join us for the public hearing part of the show when that comes up. The first order of business, I'd like to welcome everybody out there in the land of Bogat who's watching us. And I'd like, if everybody's had a chance to review the minutes, I'd like to ask if everybody's had a chance to review. If not, I'd like if there's any corrections to be made.
I read the minutes and I agree with the way, so I approve the minutes. Need a second?
You make a motion,
I make a
get a
motion.
second to approve the minutes? Greg, you want to make Greg's going to make a second? We had a
Minutes as written?
debate about this as to who can vote on it.
Anyone can vote. Obviously, we only have
Right.
two members in attendance
were-
tonight who were at this meeting.
Okay.
So if you two vote to approve the minutes as written, everyone else can abstain, and we still have.
All in favor of approval?
Aye.
Aye.
And
Any abstentions?
abstentions would be the other.
Any nays? Okay, so minutes are approved. Thank you, gentlemen. All right, with that done, we have one public hearing this evening. So I'm going to read into the record the notice to appear one time on Tuesday, March 21st, 2023, and one time on Tuesday, March 28th, 2023. The Orange Zoning Board of Appeals gives notice of a public hearing. Notice is hereby given that the Zoning Orange Board of Appeals will hold a meeting on Monday, April 3rd, 2023, at 7 p.m. at the Orange Town Hall, 617 Orange Center Road, to conduct a public hearing on the following. Petition number 1826, submitted by Dina and Andrew Lamaglio. Am I getting that properly correct? Lamaglio? For property known as 851 Donna Drive for the construction of a one-story front porch, variance of section 383-30, setback from street line requested. Application materials are on file in the Orange Zoning Office. A copy of this notice has been filed with the Orange Town Clerk, dated in Orange, Connecticut, this 20th day, March 2023. Noah Eisenhandler, Chairman, and me sitting in for Noah, duly authorized. So with that, we'll open the public hearing. If anybody is here to speak on behalf of anybody here to speak with regards to the application, please do so up here from the podium. It'll require 4 votes of the 5 in order for the variance to pass, and all variants don't become effective when they're recorded on the land record. So with that, I'll invite the applicant to come up. If you could just please introduce yourself to the board and then begin your presentation.
Hey everyone, my name is Andrew Lamaglio. Thank you. Submitting this application. So essentially, as was just read, our goal is to put a front porch on our house. We're going to be going through some extensive renovations inside as well as outside, but with the setback requirements currently where they're at, we need to request a variance approval from you guys. So currently the setback's at 50 feet. With our application, we're looking to have it be 41.5 on our property. Essentially, it's about, I don't know, 8.5 feet. So if you look at, I believe you guys all have copies of the plans, correct?
On the copy of the plan, looks like you're
I
making a
apologize.
4-bedroom house.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. It's a one-level ranch right now, and we're looking to hopefully put a second floor on it, move the bedrooms upstairs. So
For purposes of this application, though, you're only doing a one-story porch?
one-story porch,
Because
correct?
that's the only part that we're
Correct.
dealing with, right,
Yeah,
is the porch?
Correct.
So that's a one-story porch, okay. Just want
Correct.
to make sure of that. Go ahead, I'm sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, so you'll see on the survey, the A2 survey, the setbacks that I just noted out. So we have the porch will come out to about 41 and a half feet from the street as a, infringing on the 50 foot setback requirement. Right now, our house is currently at 50.9. So we're about 9 inches shy from the 50 foot. So that basically sums up the goal of our application is to just extend for the one-story porch. It'll have a roof. It won't be an enclosed porch.
So tell us your hardship. What is the hardship?
So the hardship is essentially if we were to push back our house so that we could have a front porch and be within the 50 foot, we're going to infringe on our septic system. And due to the location of our property, we have wetlands. So it was already kind of tricky when we just installed our new septic system to get the septic system in there without infringing on the wetlands.
This is a new septic system,
Yes.
and this is gauged for a 3-bedroom?
The septic system, we put in a 4-bedroom septic system.
This is not a 4-bedroom septic system.
It is.
Is it a Mantis system?
I don't know what a mantis is.
Because the thing is these are only 50 laterals. And this went in front of Brian already?
Yeah, it already went through. It's already in, and
So in other
Tom
words,
came and signed
you've
off
done
on
the
it.
test pits and all that?
Yes. The septic system was installed last summer, yeah.
But you're not
Okay. And it
asking
was-
for a variance for the septic system, right?
No.
No,
No,
I'm saying that,
We're a little afield here.
I'm saying that in order for us to meet your 50-foot setback with the porch, we'd have to push the house
House
back,
back.
and the septic
So the
system's there.
hardship then is
And-
actually the placement of the house, the existing house.
Correct.
So you've got a 3/4 of an acre, right, is what it says here?
Correct.
And you've got wetlands on the west side that, it's a creek, it looks like, right?
It's not the,
Yes.
it's not the Silver Brook, is it?
Runs right through the property.
I've been trying to figure out the name of the brook, to be honest with you.
This is way over on
It's on the other side? So that's
Yeah.
nowhere
No.
near.
But it
It
runs,
starts from Long Meadow, goes through the woods, and then ends up ultimately dumping out here.
but it,
Goes through,
Dump it out which way? Down?
just keeps going down, and then it goes underneath, and then I think it kinda ends up down by like Wickle.
Yeah, because we, by where I'm at, we've got the Trout Brook dumps into the Silver Brook that goes
Yeah.
through, all that's underneath, and then it picks back up again.
This kinda starts from like some,
so you've got a brook running through the west side of your property, right?
Correct.
So you can't go west, there's nowhere to go west with your house. So that'll put your septic system right in the back.
Well, he's
So
saying it's a
basically,
new
the shape
system,
of the
so.
lot there is what's causing you problems, right?
Yeah, I mean, the shape of the lot, and then,
The wetlands and,
correct.
The only thing I would mention on here on the A2 survey, the only thing I would mention on this, on the A2 survey, is that your overhang, he's got it right now set that it's the corner of the house. But if you look at the front porch, coming out where the stairs are, you have an overhang there that was not accounted for, and that's coverage. You follow what I'm saying to you? You know, the extension, if you look at his elevation, which is,
I'll get
part
to
of
you.
the house, Pat.
I understand that, it's part of the house. But I'm saying.
Is that what you want to say?
Well, the
Wayne's been
setback-
raising his hand.
The setback, the real setback is 48.7 feet,
Mm-hmm.
because that portion of the house extends 2.2 feet. So if one were to take 50.9 feet and subtract the 2.2, the actual setback is 48.7
I
feet.
scaled this out, and it's because the house is a little skewed to the road by a couple degrees. When I scaled that out, it was, believe it or not, it was actually, where it says 50.9, and where that jog is a 2.2 jog, that was still 50 feet from the road. So that, if
Yeah.
you scale that section out by the driveway where it meets that, what you would think would be the
But-
closest point, because the house is not parallel with the road. I think when I scaled it last night, it scaled out still at 50.
That's it.
I scaled it differently, but that's neither here nor there,
Yeah.
because what I'm going to ask has to do with the second floor, because the second floor is coming out as far as that corner. So right now, it's 50.9 feet to the corner, but it's only 48.7 feet to the second floor. So my question is don't you need a variance for the second floor as well as the front porch?
I'm not sure that, as indicated, that 2.3 section here, that's not going to be part of the house, is it? That's part of the porch. Do you see what we're looking at?
No, there's a second floor proposed with
Proposed,
four
yeah.
bedrooms.
To make
And
the
it comes
fourth
out to that
So-
line, it says,
So are you adding foundation to the house?
I'm gonna bring my boss up here because she's the.
All right. Just introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Dina
Dina.
Lamaglio, Andrew's wife.
Thank you.
So the second floor, so right now, the right side of the house the house is uneven, right? So the left side of if you're looking at it, the left side of the house is about 2 feet 3 inches closer to the road than the right side of the house. The plan currently was to bump on the right side, bump the house, like cantilever that out 2
Right.
feet to match, so the whole front of the house is flush, and then the porch would be on top of that. So the setback to, if you're looking at something for setback, meaning it's like a roof covered, something that has a roof covering, the porch would actually be the line. Because
No,
the
but-
second story is not gonna go over the porch.
Well, did you,
that's not
I believe
how
what they're
it
saying
reads.
is there's a,
are you pouring a new foundation in front of the jog portion to create, that way, because the whole house seems flush. You know, from the foundation at the 2.2 jog, that's on foundation.
Can you
The
clar-
foundation currently has like a jog, correct?
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
I don't know what the technical
Yeah.
term is, but yeah, it goes back.
So when you build it out, are you pouring more foundation in front of the old foundation, so that way the house is flush? For the second floor, first
That
floor,
we're
second
not
floor.
sure yet. We're still getting,
I don't think so.
No?
no,
I
I
think the
don't.
new second floor appears to me that it's cantilevering over the
Well, it
front
doesn't show
wall.
that in the-
Yeah, it shows it flush.
It shows it flush in the plan.
Yeah, but I mean structurally,
No, but structurally it shows it flush too.
I don't see the bump out. Wait, I see a straight line
Yeah,
going
it's a
straight up.
line, so they're probably adding
Straight line
footing.
going straight up.
I don't know what they're talking about.
That's what I see.
so the second floor is impinging upon the setback as well.
I'm
The
sorry.
front- that was my question. Is the second floor impinging upon the front yard setback?
It would be, but we were thinking if you're looking at street level to the front of the porch, right? Because your porch is eating into your setback, that 2 feet in our minds wouldn't really
But aren't you now
matter
asking
because
for a two-story variance versus a one-story variance? That's my question.
I honestly don't know.
no,
I don't,
No?
For a variance for the front porch.
we're looking for the front porch.
No,
Second story.
Well,
front-
ultimately,
but the second
front
story
line-
is
the front
impinging
line's not
upon
being
the front
changed.
yard.
Ultimately.
The front-
One at a time, please.
yeah.
Thank you.
The front line of the house is not gonna change. The point closest to the road is the front porch.
Yeah.
So I guess
understand that.
in our mind was if you're approving the front porch, like this is how we thought it worked. If you're approving the front porch to go closest to the street, what is, like, then you're approving everything behind that?
No, that's not the way it works,
well,
in my experience.
they still need, in any case, regardless of whether it's the second floor or the first floor, they still need a variance of 8.3 feet
Right.
Right.
to get, because it goes to the front line of the,
Right,
of
But
the
they need
farthest
a-
point forward.
They need a 2.2-foot variance for the second floor. That's my question, or my point.
Jack, you got any input on that?
It's up, I leave it up to the commission. You know, you have discretion over what you give the variance to, and while the application says, yes, it is the front porch that they're looking for the variance for, if they have that 2.2 feet, it's still within that setback area that you're allowing. You don't necessarily have to hold it to that front porch. Again, I leave that up to the commission, but
Okay, well, I think what the members are saying is for clarity's sake, right?
Yeah.
We should make it clear
Clear.
if we do give a variance that we're including a variance for the second floor for 2 and
it's like 2.3, I think is
2.3
the
feet.
number.
Would that,
Yes.
would that seem to address the question?
I do believe that does.
Yeah.
Wait,
Is it okay to vary the legal notice that way? Can you do that?
Again, the legal notice is specific to the front property
Right.
line.
Right.
Right.
I am gonna sit
That's
here
not
with confidence
changing.
that I don't think it's gonna be that big of an impact.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to nitpick, yeah, someone, could certainly bring that up in a court, but
I think what we can do is we can address it, address the front porch. Notice that the upper level is at 2.3 feet, and if we make the decision, that's based on those two things, whether it's noticed or not,
Right.
okay? Because the impingement is more of the front porch than the actual addition.
And there is legal notice that there was gonna be a hearing on this variance application.
Yeah, and there's
tonight.
nobody here.
It's for that amount. Well, we'll see.
Now,
Let's not assume
they still have a
anything
couple
yet.
minutes, yeah.
But I think that would probably be a good idea to note that.
I think so.
We can,
I
as part of our
think,
variance.
I think
Just for clarity's sake.
for your protection down the road, and anybody else, if you're not gonna be moving for a long time.
Oh, I
because
hope not.
But, I've seen these things come up, and I think that, to sort of cross all the Ts and dot the Is, that the motion eventually should be inclusive
All right,
of the second story.
I think
Yeah,
that's
that's-
wise.
I think,
why-
yeah,
that's wise.
I think that's probably the best way
It's
to
for
go
your
about it.
protection.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I agree
Understood.
that, yeah.
We're new to this, so we saw one line and that was it. Yeah.
I think that's the best way to handle it. I think you're right, Wade.
Any other questions for the applicants?
Nope.
Okay. Do you have anything else to present to us?
You gonna be living in this house while you're doing this?
As long as we can.
We're gonna stay as long as possible. Otherwise, hopefully family's taking us in.
Which we don't.
Let me tell you something, I've done this, and it's painful.
This is a one and done for us.
One and
Yeah.
done.
One and done. The next house will be.
Next state is Florida when I'm retired, so,
Actually, we heard something about the healthcare. in Florida.
yeah,
It's not so good down there,
Yeah.
guys.
My cousin lives down there and she's told me some horror
Yeah.
stories.
Thank you very much.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Does anyone else wish to speak on behalf of the application? So many. Does anyone want to speak against the application? With that, I'll close the public hearing.
Make a motion to close.
I'll make a motion to
Yes.
close the public hearing.
I
So
second.
moved.
All right,
First and
all in
second.
favor? Aye?
Aye. First and second.
Got it.
Pat, you were first.
Pat's the
Pat's
first,
first,
and
Wayne
Wayne will
second.
be the second. All right.
And then you ask the question.
All right.
Anybody got any?
Anybody
think
got
we-
any input? I think we've heard.
I think we
some-
addressed it, the bump out of Wayne, that brought up, and so did Eric, the 2.3, so that should be within the motion,
All right.
that would be inclusive.
Now, let's talk about wording of the motion then. So should we make it as an overall variance with a reservation of 2.8 feet for a second story? Or should we just make
We gotta do it, we have to do it twice. We have to do one for the porch.
I'm trying to think of a way to do it.
We could do it as one. We
It's
could,
one application, so
Right.
kind of
I
like for.
would suggest a motion that approves the application for the front porch,
Okay,
inclusive of the second
Story.
story projection.
I would suggest the same.
Yeah.
And you
Okay.
could include for the
I
front.
wouldn't even name a number, except.
Right, I
Well, I would
include
say of 2.3
2.3.
feet.
2.3 feet,
2.3
and
feet.
for the porch is, I believe, 8.5
Okay.
feet. So I would include those. and
8.3 for the porch.
The porch is ending at 41.5 feet. So for a 50-foot setback, they would need 8.5 feet of,
It says 8.3 there.
8.3 is the length, but from the corner of it, it's showing.
Oh, 41.
Yeah, right.
do we
So
really want to
that's-
get into that though, in case, I mean, I guess.
Well, I think we have to
Well, we have to address the
second.
second floor.
We gotta
but I-
address the second floor.
I think Wayne had a good point. Maybe we shouldn't do numbers. Maybe we should do an overall variance
Overall.
and do a reservation for the bump out. I mean, the trouble is if we pick numbers off the plan and they turn out that, then they go
Well,
8.3 feet or 8.4.
The only reason I might include the 2.3 feet is because then what if they wanted to bump the master bedroom suite out to the edge of the porch?
I would include numbers because
Okay.
in my approval notice, if they were to receive the approval,
Or just
I
first
list the
floor.
numbers in them because if I give them,
Porch only.
if I give them an indefinite variance to the front.
That's a problem.
Right, then they,
Yeah.
not that they would, but they could take 20 feet, you know?
Right.
So I
You
would
wouldn't do that, would
include,
you?
so I would include the 2.3 bump
Okay.
out for the second floor, and they're asking for an 8.5-foot variance for the front porch.
Okay.
Single story front.
Does anybody want to take a stab at making a
Yes.
motion on that, or?
Well, that's the motion. The
Okay.
motion- the
Well,
motion-
I cannot make the
You
motion.
can't
so-
make a motion.
I would
Yeah,
move
yeah.
that the variance application be approved and include the second floor extension of 2.3 feet.
Okay,
And I would second it.
okay, so I have a motion on the floor and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I guess I should call a roll
Call
then.
the roll.
Yeah.
Greg?
Yes.
Pat?
Yes.
Wayne?
Yes.
Yes.
Eric? Yes, being in favor of application, I vote yes as well. It's unanimously passed, congratulations. Remember, you have to record it on the land records when you get it, or it's not effective,
You'll hear
okay?
from me in the next couple days.
Gentlemen, any other business before the board tonight?
I think we,
I apologize for the awkwardness of the meeting, folks, and to those in TV land watching us, new at this, first time.
did a good
Welcome,
job.
my friends, to the show that never ends. With that, have a good evening, stay safe, get home.
We do need a motion to close, we do, yes.
I want to skip that part. I have a motion
I
to,
make a motion to close
I want to invite a motion from this side of the table. We have a motion to,
We have a second?
to end the meeting?
End the meeting.
All right, and I have
second
Eric
it.
for a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Go home.
All right.
Congratulations.